I mean, you did what you said you do. You've done justice to the rest of the league, and the side's down. They're giving an absolute go today, but it just wouldn't go in for you today.
No, we seem to have a problem against teams in the lower half of the league. I think it's a mentality problem, and it will need to be a lot better than that next season. We can't afford to play against teams who are lower down in the league than us and not perform. First 45 minutes was very similar to the Oldham game, when we didn't turn up for 45 minutes, and then suddenly we started getting going in the second half, but it was too late. And that's really been the story of our season. I think had the players gone about playing against teams in the lower half as well as they play against the teams in the top half of the table, Richie Barker would still be here.
Interesting point. I mean, it was a classic team down the bottom, wasn't it? They've got the goal and they do absolutely everything. Bodies in the way. Goalkeeper had an absolutely terrific second half to keep you at bay.
Well, they're allowed to do that, and I'd certainly want my players to do the same. And to be honest, certainly in some of the games that we've played over the last few months, the two Leyton Orient matches, Walsall away from home, I remember Rotherham away from home, and certainly Orient at home last Friday. People were throwing their bodies in the way of everything, but you have to do that from the first minute, not in the last 5 minutes, trying to hang on to something. So it told me a lot about everyone today. I've got to review contracts this week and look at everybody's contract for next season. I really should have probably done it on Saturday and Sunday, as opposed to tomorrow morning, because on Saturday and Sunday I was in a much better mood. And I'll leave it there.
Are you suggesting, or can you comment? Are you suggesting that your mind's been changed on any play today?
No, but people get the chance, and that's the thing. It's the harsh reality is that we need to build for next season. That's what we've certainly started to do in the last couple of months. I had one eye on the forthcoming season as opposed to this one, and obviously once we make ourselves safe in this league, I have to look at everybody and think, who do I want to go to war with next season? Who's going to roll their sleeves up, wear that shirt with pride, and give blood each and every time they put it on. And on Friday, I'd have signed everybody immediately after the game because it was such an excellent performance against Leyton Orient. So not so good today in the first 45 minutes. I was very disappointed with the first half performance, but they rolled their sleeves up in the second half, as you quite rightly say, John, and really had a good go at it, and Notts County defended with their life. I'm sure that Sean Derry was delighted with his players, the way that they played in that last 15-20 minutes, because they certainly did well to keep a clean sheet during that time. Keepers made, as you quite rightly say, a couple of brilliant saves, and we really had enough chances to have certainly got a point from it, which is probably all we deserved on the day. But pick up 3 games to go. That was our 4th game in 9 days. Incredible. We've played 18 matches in the last 58 days. 18 games in 58 days with almost the same faces each and every week. They've been incredible in the way that they've gone about their jobs to have got us in the healthy position that we are in the league, and I shouldn't be too hard on too many.
So 3 games to go, so you're nearly there now.
Yes.
Mission accomplished in terms of staying up, and what have you made of the standard of League One? Was it what you expected?
It's definitely what I expected. But I was in a relegation fight from the day I came in. Make no mistake. We were heading towards League Two back in December. The morale and everything around the place was exceptionally low. I think we've forgotten how to fight. We've forgotten how to scrap. We've forgotten how to win matches. We've certainly forgotten how to score goals. And it had relegation written all over us at that particular time. And whether it had been anybody else, whether it was me or anyone else coming in to the manager's job, I think it just needed a lift at that particular time. A lot of players have been here a long time. I think everybody was pretty comfortable in their jobs, and we just needed a just needed livening up a little bit. I think all around the club, in the office, in the ground itself, everybody within the whole football club, it all become very cosy, and certainly on the field of play, a lot of players were very comfortable, not really under too much pressure for their position, and that's probably, there was I think a bit of lethargy was setting in and around the place, and somebody had to come and wake them up. Unfortunately, for myself, it was me. It could have been anybody though at that particular time. I think coming in would have probably been able to lift the place a little bit. It was a little bit quiet, a little bit dull, and we've certainly put in a very spirited second half of the season. And to get us in this position at the moment, the players have certainly been incredible to work with. I've really enjoyed working with them, and they can achieve so much, but they have to do it every time they step onto the pitch. They can't afford, 45 minutes like we had here today. It can't be